What if I left off a semicolon? Remember, every statement of code is terminated with a semicolon, at least inside of a block. So were I to do that, and notice the caret, it's just telling me right where the semicolon should go. So I'm moving the mouse pointer there a bit. Add the semicolon back. What if I left off a closing brace? Just forgetting to close this function here, let's see how that would affect things. It uses this brace and this brace to figure out where the class begins and ends. But if I forget to close my function with the closing brace, now it thinks that this brace is open and this brace is closing the function here. And it doesn't see that I ever closed the class. So it would tell me reached end of file while parsing, or it would basically say, hey, you never finished or completed the class there. So if I were to compile that, we'll look at some more of the syntax. Reach end of file while parsing, line 10. Again, because I left off that closing brace. What if I added an extra brace? Again, open, open, close, close. Now it's going to still think I never closed the class, and it's going to think that this brace closes the function because these two braces were nested inside. So braces can be very subtle, but they can throw the compiler off, and they can give you strange error messages and things. Reach end of file while parsing. So my suggestion, once again, when you're adding functions and classes and if and else and repetition structures, add your open and closing brace first. It may cost you a second or two, but then when you go back, you'll end up having much less syntax and logic issues as you debug your code later, especially for larger projects. So I'm just going to resave everything once again. So I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to compile with javac hello.java, and syntax-wise we're okay, and I'm just going to run my class. And so there's your first Java application, and at least a beginning or a bit of a breakdown on the structure of a Java
program.